Hello guys, it is Shivam here. Welcome to a brand new video where we are going to make the recipe app from the scratch by using Flutter and Firebase. So do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get started. So before we move forward, if you have an amazing app idea but you don't have a time or skills to develop an app, don't worry, my team will develop the app for you. So you can search for my startup name, which is an app crafting. At app crafting, we transform ideas into powerful, beautiful mobile experience. Whether you are a startup or a business ready to scale, we design, build, and launch your app fast, professional, and ready for the world. You can just fill out the contact form and get a quote. Just fill out your name, your last name, and your email and your requirements as well. And after submitting this form, my team will reach you out to develop your app for both Play Store and App Store. Before moving to the code, let me show you how our recipe app will look alike by the end of this series and what all features we are going to cover on this series. So I'm going to show you the complete app that you are going to develop after this complete series, right? So this is the onboarding page. You can see that the image that we have added, so it's a recipe app, so we have just add some graphic image where the cook is making a food, and this is like 25k plus premium recipes. It's cooking time, just an engaging text that we have passed. Now we click to this get started button, and this is a signing page. So we are going to also create a signing and sign up page on this app, and we are going to use the email authentication by using a Firebase. Yes, we are also going to cover the email authentication on this awesome series. So this is a signing page, and this is a login, I mean the create account page, not a login page. So it is a create account page where the user can simply create an account and they can use the same account to simply log in the app. I think so the design looks really great over here. Now here we just need to pass the name. So I'll just write Ayush Gupta over here, something like this. Then I need to just pass the email, which is like ayush123@gmail.com, and then we need to pass a password. So I'll pass a random password. Now I'll click to this button, and it says account already exists, just to show you that I've used this email before to log in the app, to not log in, to sign up in the app. So I'm going to just change the account to something random, and we'll click to this back again. Now you can see that we have registered successfully because we have used a new email ID to sign up in the app, and previously I was using the same account that I have used before to sign up in the app. So that's why you can see that it simply shows account already exists. But if you use a new account to sign up in the app will allow you to simply register in the app and move to the home page. So in the home page, you can see that these are all the recipes that we have added. Now you can see that this is a search recipe text field where the user can simply search for any recipe. So I'm going to just write ch, and you can see that this is an advanced search that we have added over here. And as soon as we start typing on the text field, it's going to show me the matching of that respective characters that we are going to write on the text field, and it's going to display that recipes over here. So these are all the things that we are going to manage on this app. Now let's move to the admin panel, and first, yes, there is also an admin panel on this app from where the admin can simply add a different recipes on this app, and that recipes will be shown to the user side of the app, right? So this is an add recipe page. You can see that the user can simply enter the recipe name, the time taken, the ingredients, and a direction, right? So for the recipe name, I'll just pass like, I'll write pasta over here, and then I need to just pass like how much time it's going to take. So I'll just pass like up to 20 minutes, and then it telling me that to enter the ingredients that we need to make this pasta recipe. So I don't know the exact recipe, so but I'll write a random recipe, which is like tomato. I guess we need onion, we need a knife as well, and then I need to pass like tomato, onion, knife, salt, black pepper. You can add as many ingredients you want. So this is just a test, for a testing purpose. I am showing you how the ingredients can be added. The directions, you can make a brilliant pasta. Sorry, I don't know the directions, so I'm just passing this, don't know the directions. Okay, so we'll add a recipe. Now click to this, and you can see recipe has been added successfully. Now we'll move back to the user side of the app, and in the user side of the app you are going to see that how the recipe, I mean the pasta recipe, has been shown over there, right? Now here we have just moved to the home side, and in the home side you can see that this is the recipe that we have just added right now, which is like pasta 20 minutes, and we'll click to this and you can see that this is a detail page where it shows the image, the pasta which is the recipe name, how much time it's going to take, the ingredients that we have just added from the admin panel, and the directions. You can make a brilliant pasta. Sorry, I don't know the directions. Yeah, so you can just add a directions according to your choice. As I've told you that I'm going to just show you that how you can simply add the recipes from the admin panel. So that's a basic idea, and if you want you can add as many recipes you want in this recipe app. So this is just an app that we are going to develop it from the scratch by using Flutter and Firebase. Also, if you want to get a source code of this complete recipe app, you can simply follow the link in the description box and the comment box as well. So that will be a small contribution from your side to this channel if you are getting a source code. Though I've tried to keep the amount so minimal so that each and everyone can get a source code and can simply show small contribution to this channel, and you can get a source code and can simply follow this app easily. And if you don't want, then I've already provided you the image asset link, and through that image asset link that's completely free, you can download that image asset and you can simply code along with me. So that's both the choice you can go along, but a contribution will be from your side is very necessary for me to keep going. Now let's move to the code. Now let's move, and we are going to simply develop the awesome recipe app from the scratch by using Flutter and Firebase, right? Now this is just not a first app that I'm developing on this channel. So if you are new to this channel, then I want to tell you that we have already developed like 30 plus apps and all are variety of apps that on this channel. So you can simply follow the link of a playlist that I provide you in the description box and in the comment box as well. You can click to that link and can follow all the videos that we have developed or the apps that we have developed on this channel, right? Now in our today's video, we are going to develop an awesome recipe app from the scratch. Now before starting to this awesome series, I am going to simply clear some of the points that you will have in your mind. I mean some of your points or some of the questions that you will have in your mind. So I will just try to clear some of the questions that you want to know or you want to get it cleared out before you want to start this awesome series, right? Now here what I'm going to do is that the first point that I want to clear you out is that we are going to use the Firebase as a backend, as I've told you in the just now, right? Now you will say that Shivam, Firebase storage is not free, so whether we are going to use a paid version of an Firebase. So if you have followed my old series, then you know that I've used the Firebase many times before, and I have never used any paid version of Firebase. So yes, on this series also we are not going to use the Firebase paid version or the Firebase storage which need a paid version of an Firebase. So we are going to use a free version of Firebase, and we are going to use authentication, cloud firestore and all. Yeah. Now this was the first question that I want to clear you out. Now second question is about state management that I'm going to use. As you know that I'm not going to use any complex state management like provider and all, because I know that someone who is watching this video might be beginner in Flutter or learning the app development for the first time. So I don't want to complicate the code too much by adding some of the complex state management. So I'm going to keep it simple by using the simple state management, which is like inherited, widget and class. I hope the 2 points is clear. Now third point will be like whether the app will be responsive. As you know that when we are developing the app, responsiveness is one of the important things that we need to keep in mind when we are developing the app, right? So I am going to simply make the app which will be highly responsive, and you can simply test the app on the multiple devices, right? Now this was the third thing. Now the fourth thing about a source code. So if you want to get a source code, you can get a source code from the link I provided in the description box and in the comment box as well. The source code is simply paid. Like you just need to pay to get a source code. Now this is just a small contribution from your side to this channel, because as I also need some support from your side to keep going on this channel. So you can simply contribute to this channel by getting the source code. I've kept the amount so minimal so that each and everyone can get a source code, right? Now here you can get a source code and show your support. It's up to your choice. If you want to show the support, just get a source code, right? Now this was the fourth thing. Now the fifth thing about assets that I've used over here. Now the assets that I've used in the recipe app are totally free. You can find the link again in description box and comment box. you can simply download all the assets that I've used in this recipe app and can code along with me, right? So these are all the things, and I think so I've cleared most of the doubts that you have in your mind. If you have any more doubts, you can just write in the comment box. I'll try to reply it as soon as I can. Yeah. Now here, what I'm going to do is that here you can see that I simply created an images folder, and in this images folder you can see that I've saved all the image, and you can simply save all the images something like this. And here you can see that I've just created one more folder which is like a fonts folder, and in this fonts folder I'm going to simply use this specific font. You can simply found that in Google font. You can just download this and you use this specific font. Yeah. Now here you'll move to the perspective file and make sure that you just need to write the font that you are using, something like this, so that you can use them in the app, right? Now here we just need to use the images that we have saved in the images folder. So just call your images folder in an asset section so that you use them directly. Yeah. Now this is what we have done. Now here I'm going to move to the leaf folder, and we are going to create a new folder name which will be like pages, and inside this pages folder I'm going to create all the files or the pages that we need for this recipe app. So I'm going to just create a new file name which will be like onboarding dot. Okay, so first I'm going to create the onboarding page for this app. So I'm going to just import the package by using material.dart, and we need to just pass a stateful widget name or the page name. So I just need to write stateful widget which will be like an onboarding. Okay, something like this. Now once we do this, I just need to pass like scaffold, a body, container, child, and a column, children, something like this. Now once we do this, here I'm going to use the image. So for the image I need to just write image.asset. We need to call our images folder name, and the image that I'm going to use will be like this image, onboard.png. Okay, so I just need to write the exact file name, and make sure that when you're writing the image file name it should be exact, otherwise it will simply throw the error. Now I just need to call the onboarding page from here so that I can show you basically what all code I'm writing. So I just need to call the page, and we need to just remove this debug show checked mode banner to false, something like this. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now I guess it's okay. Now here I just need to pass like margin, and I need to pass margin as in set dot only. From the top I can just pass like 50.0. Let's see. Okay, 50 is enough, and we can just pass like background color. We can just pass like colors dot white. Okay, so this is what we have done. 50 is okay, or we can just pass 80 as well. Okay, so this is the image you can see. I guess 80 is too much. Let's keep it 60. Yeah, and here I can just pass the text, and in the text I'll just write the text which is like, we can just write 25 plus k, so not k, 25k plus premium recipes. So there are 25k premium recipes. Okay, so this is what we have done. We can use the cross so that all the things will align to the left side. We can just write cross axis alignment dot start, something like this. Then I can just do one thing. I can just wrap up with a padding widget. We can just write edge inset dot only. From the left we can just pass like 20.0. Okay, now here I just need to pass the styling to the respective text. So I just need to write text style. You can just pass like colors dot black. We can pass like font size which is like 18.0, and we'll pass the font weight which will like font weight dot w 500, something like this. Okay, I think so text size is too much. Let's decrease down it to 16, and we need to also maintain the color of this specific text, something like this. Okay, I guess now it looks good. Now here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write another text widget, and in the text widget I'm going to just write it's cooking time. Okay, so this is just an engaging, yeah, it's just an engaging text that I'm passing over here just to make it more user friendly app, right? I just need to pass it's cooking time. You can just pass style, text style, color. You can just keep like colors dot black, something like this. We can pass like font size which will like 30.0. Font family. Now the font family that I have used the font, I'm going to use that exact font family. I don't know exact name, so this is the font family. I just need to copy this. We'll just paste it something over here. So this is what you can see. I'll just pass like font weight, which will be like font weight dot bold, something like this. Okay, now the text size is too less. Let's pass like 50, and we can use the slash n so that you can change the line, something like this. We can again pass like slash n, /n, something like this. Okay, so it's cooking time. We can just also pass padding. So again I need to just pass padding as in set dot only, padding as in set dot only. From the left we can directly pass 20.0. okay, so it's cooking time, and this is the text that we have passed over here. Now here, once we have shown this text, then I need to show the button so that user can simply move to the sign up page and they can simply sign up in the app, right? So I just need to create a container, and in the container I just need to pass a width by using like we can pass like 300. We can just pass like decoration, a box decoration, a box decoration, color, and in the color I just need to pass like colors dot green, something like this. Okay, you can't see this because I just need to pass child text widget. In the text widget I need to just pass the text which is like get started. Now you will say that Shivam, as you told me that we are going to use the state management, but I haven't seen any state management used till now. So that's a good question. If you have in your mind, then I need to just clear it out, because here I just need to move to the leaf folder and we are going to create a new folder name which will like services, right? And in this services folder I'm going to create a new file name which is like an widget support dot. Okay, I'm going to create a class name which will like app widget. So this is like a class that we have created. Now here you can see that in this text widget we just like to pass the styling to this respective text widget. We need to pass a color, a font size, font family, font weight. So these are all the things that we need to write each time when we are passing the styling to the respective text widget. So that's not make really good sense to write all the things again and again. So that's how the usage of this state management become very important, right? So I'm going to show you that we can pass the styling to the respective text widget by just using the two words. Yes, you heard it right. By just passing the two words to respective text, we can just pass the styling. I hope it's very clear. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy this complete text style from here, and we need to just paste it something over here. But before that, let's create a function which is like static, and we can just pass like text style. We can pass like function name. You can pass any function name over here. It's up to your choice. Yeah, so here I just need to pass the double size. Now I'll show you that, not show you, I will tell you the reason that why I basically wrote the size over here. I mean the double size, because as you know that when we pass a styling to the respective text widget, all the text won't have a same size, because different text might have a different size. So there what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just paste this first here, and I'm going to just maintain the size by passing just the size over here. Now this is what we have done. We just need to call this something like this, and now I'll show you the how I can pass the styling to this respective text widget. I just need to write an app widget class. I will write dot, and you can see the function name which is like headline text style, and simply says me that how much font size you want to pass. I just need to pass like 50.0. So here it is, and we can just maintain the size something like this. Okay, now once we have done this, I just need to pass a style, a text style. We can just pass like color, which is like colors dot white. We can pass like font size which will like 25.0, and we can just pass like font weight, which will like font weight dot bold. Okay, font weight dot bold. Okay, so here you can see that this is the text. I just need to center this text by using the center widget and a container as well, something like this. Now once I do this, I just need to pass like size box 40.0. I'll just pass like this. I just need to maintain the height. Let's pass the height, which will be like 50, or 50 will be too less. Let's pass 70. And here I just need to pass the border radius. So I need to write border radius dot circular. I guess 60 will be enough. Okay, so this is the how we have shown the get started button, and this is what the onboarding page that we have created. I think so it's look really great with this design. I'm sure that it looks very great. So if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, then what are you waiting for? Hit that like and subscribe button and show your support. As I've told you that your support is very necessary, and if you want to show some more support, you can just buy a source code, right? Let's move, and this is what we have just passed to this font by using a different font, which is like Friduka. I hope that I'm pronouncing the correct spelling. So Friduka dot, I've just passed bold.ttf. This is the font that I'm going to use. Now this is what we have done. Now let's move, and we are going to create the home page of this recipe app. So just move to the home.dart, something like this, home.dart, and I'm going to import the package by using material.dart, and we need to just pass a stateful widget which will be the page name, and we need to just write home, something like this. Okay, so once we have wrote this, I just need to first pass a scaffold, a body, container, child, and a column. Container, child, column, children. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now let me call the home page so that I can show you basically what all code I'm writing. So I just need to call the home page, something like this. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now here what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to show the menu icon at the top. So I just need to show the icon, and in the icon I just need to write icons dot menu. Okay, menu icon like this. So this is the icon. I think so you can't see that, but let's do one thing. Let's pass margin as insert dot only. From the top we can just pass like 50.0. Okay, from the left we can just pass like 20.0. We can increase the size of this icon so that it can be clearly seen. So let's pass 30.0, or 34 will also be enough. Yeah, so this is the icon. Now just below this icon I'm going to use the text widget, and inside the text widget I'm going to again use the text which will be like, what would you like to, what would you, we haven't part would, so would you like to cook. Okay, you can just pass the styling by using app widget class dot, and we can just pass headline text style 22.0. I guess that will be enough, and we can just pass cross over here, cross axis alignment dot start, so that all the thing will be aligned to the left side, right? Now I can just pass spacing, we'll use size box height 30.0. I guess that will be enough. Okay, now here I just need to increase the font size. Let's pass up to 30, and here I just need to write like /n, something like this. Okay, so this is what we have done. We can pass like up to 35. What would you like to cook? We can just pass like 20. So this is what we have done. Then I need to just pass a text field. So for the text field, let's pass like container. In the container I just need to pass decoration, a box decoration, color. We can just pass like colors dot blue. Then I need to just pass like a child. You can pass like text field, something like this, decoration, input decoration, border, input border dot none. Okay, so it will just remove like unnecessary border that text will have. So I just need to pass like border dot none. I can just manage the color from here directly. Okay, so I can just pass this color. I guess that's look good. You can just copy the size box from here. We can just pass it over here, something like this. Then I need to just pass margin as insert dot only. From the right we can just pass like 30.0. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now once we have done this, I'm going to show like, this is the search bar that we are creating, and this search bar will help us to search for the specific recipe that we are looking for, right? So I just need to pass 30 over here, and once we have passed it, I just need to pass like a hint text, and in the hint text I just need to pass the hint text which is like a search recipe. Search spelling is wrong, search recipe. Okay, dot dot dot. We can just pass this. We can just pass padding as insert dot only. From the left 20.0, that will be enough. Rather than 30 we can just pass like 10. Okay, so that's enough. I guess we can just pass height. Let's pass like 40 will be too less. Let's pass 60. Okay, and we can just center this with the help of center widget, something like this. Okay, so search recipe. Now if you are thinking that if you want to pass an icon, you can do that. We can just like prefix icon, we can write icon, icons dot search. Okay, so we can just write icons dot search, something like this. So this is what we have done. We can remove the padding because we don't need right now. Yeah, and we can just pass hint style as well. I guess it will look good. So for the hint style I can just pass hint style, text style. We can text style, we can just pass the font size will be like 20.0, which will be enough, or we can just pass 18 as well. Okay, and we can just pass like font weight, which will like font weight dot w500. Okay, so font weight dot w500. Okay, something like this. So search recipe, you can see over here. Now once we have done this, I think so we can manage the color because it's too much, I guess. So I just need to pass, it's like too less. Pass something over here. Okay, so search recipe. Now once we have done this, I just need to show today recipe text over here. So for that, what I'm going to do is that here I just need to write a text widget. Inside the text widget, I just need to pass the text, which is like today recipe. Today recipe. We can just pass the styling app widget class dot headline text style. We can just pass 20.0. Okay, today recipe, or we can just pass like 24 as well. We can maintain the size by using size box height 20.0. I guess that will be enough to show the today recipe. Okay, so once we have shown this, then I need to just show the all the recipes over here. So for that, I will just use a row widget for now. Just write row children, and here I just need to write a container. In the container, I just need to write child. Here I'll use a stack widget. I think so you know about a stack widget. Children, we'll just write column children. Okay, so I just need to first pass the image dot asset. We'll just write asset images, and first I'm going to show the pizza image, which is like pizza.png, something like this. Let me see the spelling. It's jpg, not png. Okay, so we just need to pass jpg. Okay, so the height and width is too much. Let's pass like up to 100. We can just pass with 100. We can just pass fade box fade dot cover, so that it can take a complete height and width. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now I just need to pass the size box height 10.0. I guess that will be enough. Okay, and we can just maintain the height and width. Let's pass like 150 and 150, something like this. We can increase the height up to 180 and width as well. Okay, okay, so this is what I have done. Okay, let's see how it's going to work. Let's pass 180, will be too less. Let's pass 190. Okay, so I'm going to just wrap up this image widget with a clip react widget. Now I just need to provide the border radius to this image, so I just need to pass border radius dot circular, and we'll just pass like 30 over here. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now once we have done this, I'm going to just pass like container. In the container, I just need to pass like decoration, a box decoration color. We can just pass like colors dot white, and then I need to just pass like a child. Why I'm passing child? Yes, child will pass. We need to pass the child. I pass a column widget. Okay, so I think so it's okay. We can just pass column widget again, then just pass children text widget. Inside the text widget, I need to pass the text, which is like pizza, cheese pizza, red cheese pizza. Okay, we can just pass the styling text style. Okay, text style color, we can just minus the color, which is like colors dot white. Okay, we can just manage the color so that I can see the text and all clearly. Cheese pizza, you can see the text. We can pass like font weight dot bold. Font size, I guess we can just pass 20.0. 20 is enough, I guess, or we can directly pass 18 as well. Okay, so this is what we have done, and what I'm going to do is that what we can do is that we can center this. Let's hope center work over here. It's not going to work. Okay, so we can just pass row main axis alignment dot center. Okay, main axis alignment dot center, something like this. It's not working because what I need to do is that we have already written row, container and all. Yeah, we can do one thing, like here I can just pass like margin edge inside dot only. From the left we can just pass like 30.0. Okay, so it's right, I guess. Now we can just also pass from the top. We can just write top 20.0. Let's pass like this. 20 will be too much, I guess. Let's pass up to 10. Cheese pizza. I need to just increase the padding and all, so I just need to first pass padding edge inside dot all. We can just pass like up to 10. Cheese pizza. Then I need to do one thing. I think so you can see the text, right? You can see the text over here. You can, I guess. Yeah, so here I just need to write row children I just need to copy this text widget from here. We'll just paste it over here, and here I just need to write how much time it's going to take. So I'll write 30 minute, 30 minute. Okay, so this is what we have done. I think so we can increase the height. Let's pass like 300. Okay, and 300 will be too much, so let's pass 280, and we can pass like 220. Okay, so this is what we have done. I guess it's okay. Okay, so this is what it looks, and here I just need to decrease the font size up to 16. 30 minute, and here I'm thinking that let's pass white. Let's see white looks over here. It's not going to see the text over here, so let's pass black. 30 minute, and then I need to just pass this. I need to copy this text widget by to write again. I just pass like easy. Okay, can pass with like 300. Will be too much. Let's pass like 220. 180. I guess it's look good with this, right? We can just center all the things by using main access center. 30 minute easy. Okay, now I just need to wrap up with a border radius. So this is what we have passed. Okay, I guess it's look cool with this image. Right now what I'm going to do is that bold is enough. If you are thinking that if you want to pass some more height, you can do that. I mean the text size, it's up to your choice. You can just pass like up to 20. Then I need to just pass like border radius, which is like border radius dot circular. You can just pass like 10. Okay, so this is what we have done, and I think so it's look good with this. Yeah, so cheese pizza, it's not cheese pizza, it's like cheeseburger. So I just need to write cheeseburger over here. Okay, so this is what you can see. Now we can add some other thing also, but before that, rather than row, we can use a list view, otherwise it will create the problem to fit the thing. Yeah, I just need to pass like this. Okay, and in this list view, not over here. Okay, we need to pass it over here. List view like this. Okay, so as you know that when we are passing the list view, we need to just pass the height, otherwise it will simply throw an error. So here I just need to pass the height up to 300, and we can just pass like scroll direction, which will be like axis dot horizontal. So scroll direction, which will like axis dot horizontal. We can pass like sync and wrap to true. Okay, something like this. Now once we have passed this, I just need to pass the height as well. Let's pass up to 40. 40 will be too less. Let's pass 70. We can pass 80. Okay, it is enough. So here you can see that this is what we can see, and the user can simply scroll this as well. Okay, now once we have shown passed that in a list view, what I'm going to do is that I just need to copy the another container from here like this, and we need to just paste it inside the list view. Okay, so this is the another item that we have added, and we just need to pass like a size box with 20.0. I guess that will be enough. Okay, and we can just show like pizza dot jpg, something like this, and we can just write cheese pizza over here. Cheese pizza. Okay, so that's what we need to do, which is like 10 minutes. We can just write 50 minutes and it's easy. Yeah, so this is what we have done just to show the cheese pizza for recipe. Now here I'm going to show like recommended section to recommend some of the specific recipes. Yeah, so I need to just copy this complete thing from here. We'll just paste it inside outside this here. Okay, so height is too much, so I'll just pass like recommended. I hope that spelling is correct. It is. Yeah, now once we have passed this, I just need to show the recommended recipes right over here. So what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to create a container. In the container I just need to pass like a child, row, children, and then I need to just pass the image dot asset images. Okay, then I need to just write muffin dot jpg. Okay, so this is the image that I'm going to use. This is the image. You can't see the image till now also. We'll just pass height 200. You can pass like width up to 200. You can pass like feed box width dot cover. Okay, so this is what we have done. Okay, I guess still the height is too much. Let's pass like 150 and 150. Okay, I guess that's enough. 120. Let's see 120. 120 also look good. So 30 will pass. Okay, so once we have done this, I just need to wrap up with the clip react widget, and we then need to just pass like border radius dot circular. We can just pass like up to 30, something like this. Okay, we can just pass like size box so that there will be enough space. We'll use size box. Height we can pass like up to 20.0, which will be enough. Okay, it's like too much, we can just pass like 10. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now here I just need to pass like decoration, a box decoration color. We can just pass like, which will be like colors dot white. Okay, so here you can see this. You can pass margin as insert dot only from the right 20.0. Okay, so this is what we have done. Then I need to just manage one thing. I just need to pass like column widget in the column children, and we just need to copy the text widget. In the text widget I just need to pass the text, which will be like a text that we need to pass, which will be like muffins with cocoa slash and cream. Okay, you can pass like colors dot black, which is enough, I guess. We can just pass like font size up to 18. We can pass like size box, which will be width. We can pass like 20.0. Okay, we can just do one thing. What I'm thinking that we can pass like row. We can pass like cross axis element dot start. Okay, we can use size box, height 10.0. That will be enough. Muffins with cocoa cream 20 will be enough. Okay, I guess that's look good with this text and all. Yeah, or we can pass 18. Let's see how it looks with 18. Yeah, now once we do this, I just need to copy the another text widget. We just need to, not another, this text widget, we'll just need to paste it something over here, and we need to just write by Shivam Gupta. So I'm just passing my name, Shivam Gupta. So this recipe has been given by Shivam Gupta. So I just need to pass cross axis alignment dot start. We can just maintain the color. Let's pass this something like this. Okay, like this. We can just pass up to 16. We can pass W500. Now you can use the functions and also like you can use the function and all that. Just in app widget class you can use the function. I've just tried to make the thing simple, so that's why I'm using the thing again and again. So now I'm going to just write a row children, and here I'm going to just pass like icon, which will be icons dot alarm. Okay, so this is what you can see. You can just pass color, which is like colors dot green, something like this. We can increase the size. Let's pass up to 30.0. We can manage the height as well. So for that I just need to pass size box, height 10.0, which will be enough. Okay, or 5, I guess 5 will be enough. Yeah, So this is what you can see. I need to just copy this text widget back again just to show like how much time it will take. So it's going to take like up to 20 minutes. That's the chef Shivam Gupta experience says. Yeah. So I just need to pass size box with 10.0. So this is what I have shown the time. Then I need to copy this complete thing back again, and I just need to show like mode. Rather than mode, I can show bookmark. It's like easy, so I just need to write easy. Okay, so it's like easy, so I just need to copy this. I'll just paste it over here. Okay, so this is what we have done. It's like an easy thing to code also. Yeah, so I just need to pass padding edge insert dot all. We can just pass like up to 5 is enough. We can just pass like border radius dot circular. You can just pass like up to 10. Okay, something like this. So this look good with a first item that we have shown. I need to just copy this complete thing back again, and okay, wait a second, I need to copy this complete. I think so it's ending over here, right? I just need to paste it back over here. You can use a single child scroll view so that user can simply scroll and can see all the things, right? I just need to wrap up with a widget which is like single child scroll view like this. You can pass, we have already passed size box, I guess. Yeah, 20 will be enough. Okay, so we need to also provide the spacing from the bottom. So I'll just pass the spacing over here. Let's pass up to 40. And the second item that I can show over here, which is sandwich. Okay, so I can just write sandwich. Okay, so sandwich. Okay, wait a second. Sandwich with vegetables. Sandwich with vegetables. Yeah, you can use a /n over here so that we can change the line. Okay, by Shivam Gupta. So this is also made by Shivam Gupta. So we'll just write 10 minutes, and it's like medium. That my experience is on cooking the food. Yeah, so it's like medium. Now we have just made the complete home page for our recipe app, and I think so it's look really great with this design. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, then what I'm going to say, I don't know, because I'm telling that again and again. So hit that like and subscribe button and show your support. And if you want to show some more support, buy a source code and show your support, and that will be a small support from your side to this channel. I'm going to create a simply the detail page of this recipe app from the scratch. Right now here, if you haven't followed the last part of this awesome recipe app that we have made, I think so we have just made the onboarding page and the home page. I think so we have also made a login page on this app. So if you haven't followed all those pages, I will tell you that simply follow that last videos or the parts from this awesome recipe app that we are developing from the scratch. Right now here on this detail page, what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to just write a stack widget rather than column. Let me replace with a stack widget, something like this. Now here I just need to write image.asset. You'll just write images name, images folder name, and the image file name. The image file name that we are going to use, it will be like burger.jpg. Okay, so this is the image, but I think so the image height is too much. Let's decrease it down up to like, we can pass like media query. We can pass media query dot of context dot size dot height. We can just pass like divided by 2. Okay, so this is what we can do. We can just pass like with media query dot of context dot size dot width, and we can just pass like feed box feed dot cover, something like this. Okay, so this is what we have done, and I think so we can just pass like up to 3. Let's see, or we can just pass 2.5, which will also be enough, I guess. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now I'm going to create a curved container just over this image that we have shown. So that's why I've used a stack over here, right? So I'm going to just create a container. In the container I just need to pass a child, column, children, and in the container I just need to pass the decoration which will be like a box decoration. Okay, so I just need to write a box decoration color. Again I need to pass colors dot white. We can pass border radius dot only. From the top left I can just pass like radius dot circular, and we can just keep it 60. I guess 60 will be enough. From the top right we can just pass like radius circular, we'll just keep it 60 back again. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now you can't see the container because we need to pass up something in column widget. So I just need to write a text widget. Inside the text widget I need to pass the text, which will be like a cheeseburger. Okay, cheeseburger. We just need to pass the styling app widget class dot headline text style 22.0. Okay, so this is what you can see. I can also pass the width over here so that it can take a complete width of the screen. We'll pass with media query dot of context dot size dot width. Then once we pass this, I just need to pass margin edge insert dot only. From the top we'll just pass from the top media query dot of context dot size dot height. We can just pass like divided by 2. Okay, so divided by 2 is enough, I guess. Okay, it's not okay. Let's pass 1.5, or we can just pass 4 divided by 4, or 3. I guess 3 is enough. Okay, so once we pass this, I just need to increase the font size. Let's pass up to 30, which is like cheeseburger 34. Okay, so this is what we have done, and we can just pass like cross, which is like cross axis alignment dot start, something like this. Okay, you can just pass the size box height 30.0. I guess that will be enough. We can just pass padding edge insert dot only. From the left we can just pass like 20.0. Okay, so this is the text that we have shown, which is like a cheeseburger. Now once we have done this, I just need to pass like a row. In the row I can just pass like children container. Then we need to just pass decoration, a box decoration. We can just pass the color. Now in the color I just need to pass the color code that we have shown over here, right? So for the color code I just need to write the color, and then I need to use a custom color code. So for that I just need to pass 0xff. We need to write dd1e6. Okay, so this is what we can see, 0xff. I guess that's too much. 0xff ddf, it's like ddf 1e6. Yeah, so this is the color. You can't see, but we need to just pass the image so that you can see that all the things clearly. So for that I just need to pass like a child, not over here, over here we can just pass child image. So for that let's pass the comma image dot asset. We just need to write image dot asset. We need to pass the images folder name and the image file name. So the image file name that we are going to use will be like alarm.png. I can guess this is the, and you can just pass the height. Let's pass up to 50. We can just pass a width 50. We can use a feed box width.cover. We'll increase the font size. Let's see how it will look first. Okay, so just need to pass not contain. We can just pass like cover. Okay, so this is what you can see, but I think so we can also change the color of this icon that we have passed, right? So let me find the icon color that we can pass over here. So here I'm going to pass the custom color code. So the custom color code that we are going to pass will be like color, and we'll just write color 0xff. Always start with 0xff. We can just pass 5ab38a. Okay, so this is the color. I guess you can see over here, but this is what we have passed. We can also pass the size box so that there will be enough space from the top. You can use a size box. Height we can just pass like 30.0. I guess that will be enough. Okay, now here I just need to pass the padding edge insert dot all. We can just pass up to 10, or we can just pass like 20 as well. Okay, I guess 30 will be too much. Let's decrease it down to 20. Okay, so this is what you can see. Now just below this I am going to also show the text. So for the text I just need to pass like how much time it's going to take to prepare this recipe, right? So that's why I've written a thing over here. I mean the minute. Like I just need to wrap up with a column widget, and inside the column widget I just need to pass the text widget. In the text widget I need to pass the time, which will be like in 40 minutes. It will just take 40 minutes. So I just need to write 40 minutes. You can just pass the styling, a text style color, and in the color I'm going to copy this respective color code from here, and we need to just paste it something over here. We can just pass font size. I guess 20 will be enough, and we can just pass like font weight, which is like font weight dot bold. Okay, so this is what you can see the text over here. I can use the size box height 10.0. I guess 10 will be enough. Okay, So this is what we have done. I can decrease the font size up to 18. Okay, we can increase the height. Let's pass the height up to 200. Okay, 200 will too much. Let's pass like up to 150, and we can center this. So for that I just need to pass like main axis alignment dot center. Okay, so this is what we have done. We can just pass the width up to 150 as well, or 120. Let's pass like 120. Okay, so this is what we have done. I guess height is too much. Let's decrease in 130, and then I need to just wrap up with a border radius. You can just pass border radius dot circular, and we can just pass up to 20. Okay, so this is what we have done just to show the type. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now I need to copy this complete container widget from here. I need to just paste it something over here. You can pass the size box so that there will be space. You can just pass the width 30.0. I guess that will be enough. Now once we have done this, let's pass 20. Now here you can see that the emoji that we are going to use will be like smiley.png. Okay, so I just need to write smiley.png. Okay, so let's remove the color first so that you can see the thing that we have passed. So this is the thing that we need to pass. Now let me see the color code that we are going to use over here, and we'll get back in few seconds, or I can just see the color code. Okay, so the color code is here, so I just need to change the color code to like F0DB. Okay, so this is the color code that we are going to pass. Not over here, we can just copy this respective thing and just pass it something over here. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Okay, so this is what you can see, but we need to also pass the different color to this text so that it can be seen clearly, right? So let me pass the text color. Okay, so I'm searching for that color. Okay, so the color that we can pass will be like, we can pass like E4, B4, 6B. Okay, so this is the color that we can pass. Now you can see that this is the text, but you need to just change the text to medium. Okay, something like this. Okay, so this is what we have done. I guess now it's look good. And then need to pass the third thing, like how much calorie intake while eating to this specific food item, right? So this is what we need to do. So let's pass it outside this container. Okay, so something like this. We just need to pass like fire.png, flame. I guess it's flame, not fire, right? It's fire. Okay, so we just need to pass fire.png. Okay, so this is what you can see, not fire.png. Now we need to just change the color as well. Again, I need to look for the color that we are going to pass over here. So let me see the color code that we are going to use over here. Okay, so the color code that we are going to use will be like, okay, so we just need to pass the color. We just need to write color, LOR, color 0xFF, and we need to pass a color code which is like 7FB 1DC. Okay, so this is the color that we need to pass. Then I need to also pass the background color. So let me see the background color that we need. Okay, so the background color that we need over here will be like E7 EEFA. Okay, so this is the background color, and the color code, we are going to copy this color code. We'll just paste it something over here. Need to write color, we'll paste this color. Okay, so this is what you can see. That first one is like how much time it's going to take. The second, how much like it's, you can see it's like medium just to make, or it's hard, or it's easy to just prepare this recipe that have been seen over here, right? And the last one is like a calorie intake. So I just need to change the text to like 300 calorie per serving. Okay, we can just pass like 300 calorie. I guess that will be okay. So 300 calorie. So this is what you can see over here, and then I need to just pass the ingredients so that user can simply make this specific food item. Actually, I don't know how to make a burger, so don't think that why I'm passing the wrong ingredients over here. So I'll just write ingredients. I can just pass the styling. app widget class dot, we can just pass headline text style 22.0, that will be enough. Or we can just pass like 25 as well. You can just pass like size box height 20.0, I guess that will be enough. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now once we do this thing, I just need to do one thing here. Let's pass the text widget. In the text widget, I need to just pass like one. Okay, one, something like this. So this is the first point, and let me see how we can prepare a burger. So I'm just seeing on internet where it's simply says that how we can just make a burger. Okay, so it has written that we can just write 4 big white seed buns. Okay, it written 4 big white seeded ones. White seeded. Why we need a seeded ones? I think so we can use a plain buns also, yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, so I just need to pass the styling, text style, color, and colors dot black. You can just pass black over here. Font weight, we can just pass font weight dot w 500, that will be enough. Okay, font size, we can increase the font size up to 20 so that I can see the text that I have written. Okay, now we can use the size box. Height 10 will be enough, I guess, 10.0. Okay, so this is what you can see. Now this is the text that we have shown. I need to just copy this. We'll paste it something over here, and again I need to copy the size box so that there will be a space. Now this all the data that you can see over here, we are going to get all the data from the Firebase, so nothing worry about that. If I'm just writing all the data to show you how we are going to show the UI first, and then we are going to connect with the backend and all, right? So then I need to move to the second point, which is like we need a unsalted butter. Okay, it's written unsalted butter. Let me know in the comment box if I'm writing the correct ingredients or not. If you know how to make a burger, I know you are very smart, you know how to code as well and how to cook food. Yeah, so I just need to paste it like this. Then the third ingredient that we need, so we'll pass 3. The third ingredient we need will be like American cheese. Okay, American cheese, you can use Asian cheese also. Yeah, American cheese. Okay, so then we can just copy this and we can just paste it again. We need to use like again 1 sweet onion. Okay, do you think onion is sweet? If yes, then let me know, because I don't think onion is sweet. Sweet onion, 1 sweet onion. Okay, so these are the ingredients that I've added over here. There are a lot many, but I don't think so I can add all of them. When we'll add a backend, then we'll add all of them. Yeah, so this is how we have just shown the ingredients. We can just pass like this. Okay, so ingredients I've shown. Now I just need to show the direction. So for the direction, what I'm going to do is that we'll just copy this back again, copy this complete thing, we'll paste it something over here. And direction is basically how you can prepare this respective burger. Yeah, so directions, and then I need to just write a directions. Okay, so for the direction I will use a lorem ipsum text, because I don't know what all things I need to write over here. Okay, so I'll use the lorem ipsum text and we'll get back in few seconds. Yeah, so here you can see that this is how we have just made a complete detail page for a respective recipe that we are looking for. Now the thing is that there are some more things that I need over here. Will be a back arrow, because without the back arrow I can't move back. So here what I'm going to do is that I'll just need to pass the thing. Okay, I think so we can pass it over here. Or let's do one thing, why to write this again. So let's create a container. In the container I just need to pass the child icon. We can just write icons dot arrow back iOS. Okay, or we can just keep like arrow back. I guess that looks more cool. Yeah, so colors dot black. You can just pass like size 30.0, that will be enough. Decoration, box decoration, colors dot white. We can pass padding as inside dot all. We can just pass 5. Okay, Now we just need to pass the border radius dot circular. We can just pass like 60. Okay, so this is what we have done. We can just pass like margin edge inside dot only from the top 50.0, from the left 20.0. Okay, so this is what we have done. Okay, now we can just wrap up with a gesture detector, so that when we click to this back arrow, we can just navigate back to the home page. Okay, so just need to write navigator dot pop context. Okay, so this is what we have done. Okay, so we have developed the complete, not developed, we have just wrote a complete UI for our home detail page. So now let's move, and we are going to connect the Firebase with our recipe app, right? So here we'll just move to the Firebase, and we need to enter the project name. So for the project name, I just write the recipe app, which is a project name. I'll just write the recipe app. We'll click on continue. We'll click on continue again, continue back again. We'll select a default account for Firebase, click on create project. So as you can see that Firebase is preparing our project, so wait for a few seconds until it is done, right? So here it's done and our Firebase project is ready. Now we'll click to this continue and we'll land to the Firebase console, and here you can see that we'll move to the build Firestore database, and in the Firestore database we just need to change some of the security rules. Okay, but before that, like changing the data Firestore database security rules, we'll move to the project overview, and we need to just show you that how we can connect the Android and iOS app, right? So here I'll just move with the iOS, then I'll show you for the Android app. And we need an Apple bundle ID. Now to get an Apple bundle ID, we need to just move from to the Xcode, and you can see that Xcode is launching. Yeah, and here we just need to move to the runner, signing and capabilities. Now we need to just copy the bundle identifier from here, so just wait for a few seconds. So here this is the bundle identifier that we just need to copy. We need to paste it in Apple bundle ID, click on register app, and it's loading. And again we need to just download one of the file, which is like Google service dash info.plist file. From here we need to just rename the file back again, and if you have any older file with a same name, just remove that and just rename the file. Okay, so I'll just try to rename this with a same name, something like this, but it says that we have a file with the same name. So let me see what the file we have with the same name. So we just need to remove that and we need to rename that back again, right? Now I just need to rename this to the same name, which is like this, and we need to just paste it below the info, click on finish, and here it is done. Just close this and close this as well. Now we'll click on next, continue to the console. So here you can see that we have just connected the iOS. Now we'll move for the Android. So here we need an Android package name. So the Android package name will be over here. We just need to move to the Android app buildgradle.kts. We need to just copy this application ID from here. We need to just paste in Android package name, click on register app. Now here I just need to download the file, which is like Google service file. Yeah, so this is the file which is like Google services.json file, and again we need to just rename the file. If we have the any older file with the same name, just remove that first. Okay, so this is the file, just need to remove this, and we just need to rename this file to back with the same name, and we need to just paste it in Android app folder, something like this. Now once we do this, we click to the next. Now here this is the plugin. I just need to copy the plugin, and we need to just move to the setting gradle.kts, and in the plugin section I just need to paste something like this. Okay, so once we do this, I just need to copy this plugin from here, and we need to move to the buildgradle.kts, and we need to just paste it in the plugin section. Okay, click on next, continue to the console. So here you can see that I've just connected the iOS and the Android app. Now we'll move to the Firestore database, and as I've told you that we are going to change some of the security rules. So here we'll just click on next, and click on create. So you can see that Cloud Firestore will take some time just to set up some security rules, and you will just need to change some of the rules from here, right? So here we just need to move to the rules section, and in the rules section just make sure that you change the rules from false to true. Okay, something like this. Click on publish, and here it's done. Okay, so we'll move to here and we'll move to the build section. In the build section, we'll move to the authentication, and in the authentication I just need to enable the authentication, which is like email authentication, just to use the email and password in our app, right? So I just need to click on save. Okay, email and password has been enabled, right? So this is what we have done. Now once we do this, I need to just like add up the necessary packages from the Pub.dev website to our Flutter app, because without adding these packages we can't use the functionality of an Firebase. Yeah, so I just need to move to the Pub.dev website from here, and we need to just like copy or paste the package name, which is like Firebase core. Now this package will help us to use a core functionality of an Firebase. So I just need to copy this respective package from here, and we need to move to the perspec.yaml file, and we need to just paste it in the dependency section, something like this. Now once we do this, our second package is like Firebase auth, just to use the authentication in our app. So I just need to copy this package, we'll need to paste it something over here. Now this is the second package. Now third package will be Cloud Firestore, so that we can upload the data to the Firestore database, right? So I just need to move to the installing. Now again copy this package, we just need to paste it something over here. This was the third package. Now the fourth package we need is like a random string. Now as you know that we are going to provide the unique ID to the each user. Now it's very clear that if we are going to provide a unique ID to each user, the reason is that, like for example, if there are two users with the same name like Shivam and Shivam, yeah, now for example, if we want to track that the user who are using this app progress, then we are going to give a different ID to the two users, so that when we are providing the unique ID to the each user, and if the person have a same name, we can simply like discriminate that there are the two persons. Their Shivam is just their same name, but we have a two IDs, will be a two different IDs. I hope it's very clear, like what I'm trying to explain. Like when we are like going to track a person with a name, that not going to work, because there will be a possibility that the person will have the same name. But if we are going to provide the unique ID to the each user, then we can simply discriminate in one of the users, like in each of the users who are going to use this app. So that's the main idea. Now I move to the installing. Now we need to just copy this package, and we need to just paste it something over here. Now these are all the four packages that we need, but before that we need one more package, which will be like a shared preference. Now what that shared preference does. So shared preference is something that will help us to store a data locally. Now you will say that Shivam, we are already using a Firebase, a server, then why we are going to use the shared preference to store a data locally? So that's a good question in your mind. I just need to clear it out. Right? We are using the shared preference just to store a small things like the username, his ID, his email ID. So these are the small things that we need to store locally. Now we can't like call the server or the Firebase each time just to get these small details, because it will like you need to write a lots of code to just to like get small things from the server. So that's why we are going to store them locally, so that we can use them, and we need to just write one line of the code to get a data. So that's a make really good sense, right? So I'll move to the installing. Now just need to copy this package from here, we need to just paste it something over here. So these are all the things that we have done. Now once we do this, I'll move to the here, I mean in the login page, and in the login page, but before that let's move to the main dart, and I'll just need to write async widgets flutter binding. Please do not, when you are writing the code, make sure that you do not like skip a video, because if you miss any of this specific line, you will simply face a problem. Now I will say that Shivam, we have just connected the app successfully, but you forget to like these two lines, then you won't get any like connection between a Firebase with a Flutter app, right? So make sure that you won't skip the complete video or try to just develop this 3 hours app in just half an hour. That's not going to work. So please make sure that when you are learning something, give the time that how much it really needs. Yeah, so this is how we can just connect a Firebase with our Flutter app, and the whole connection has been done. Now let's move, and now I'm going to move to the sign up page, and in the sign up page I've used some of the necessary functions just to use authentication in our app. Right now, as I've used the email authentication many times before in my series, so I won't go like show you the complete code and all. Like I show you the complete code, but I won't tell you the each lines that I've wrote over here, because it not make any sense. Because if you have followed my old videos, then you know that how we have developed like the app, and you know the complete process, because in each time you are using the email authentication, the process remains really same in each apps. It's just like you need to handle the execution. So that's a thing, right? So here I'll just move, and I just need to first comment out this all these things. And here you can see that I've just wrote a string, email, password, and the name. So we'll click to this first. Let's me switch to the sign up page so that I can show you basically what all code I'm writing, right? So this is the sign up page. Now you will say that Shivam, where I can't see this sign up page. I'll just if you have followed the video, then you know that this is the sign up page that we have created in one of our login page series. So you can follow that, and as I've told you that by getting the source code of this complete app, you can simply manage all the things easily. Because I know that you are trying to code by seeing this complete video, but it's up to your choice. I'm not forcing you, but if you want to get a source code, that will make your thing really easy. That's complete my sense, because you can read something by seeing a text, right? So if you don't have a book or a text, you can't read the something by just seeing the video. So by getting the source code, you can completely get an idea like how you can simply code along with me. So that's a thing, yeah. So once we do this, here you can see that there are the three fields, which is like a name, email, and the password. Now these are the three fields which are like email, password, and the name. So this text editing controller will going to handle the text from the three respective text field. Now here you can see that we have just passed like password controller text should not be space, like all the three text fields should be filled. If all the three text field is filled, then we are going to execute the functions, right? So here I just need to first call this something like this, and we need to just call the random alphanumeric something like this. Then I need to just do one thing, like let me explain you this case, right? So here you can see that string id, and I wrote random alphanumeric 10. Now what this is, like as I've told you that we are going to provide the unique id to the each user. So this will just help us to provide the unique id to the each user, and we are going to store them in the id string. I hope it's very clear. Now this is the map I've written. So map is a combination of key and value pair. Now what is a key? So here you can see that something that has been indicated in double inverted comma will going to act as a string, and you can see that by using a name controller.text, I can simply get a text that the user going to enter in this name text field. I hope it's very clear. Now these are all the things, like we can just write a name field, we can write an email field, and we can provide the unique ID. And this is what we have done. And I'm going to move to the service folder, and I'm going to create a file name which is like a database.dart. And in this database.dart file, I'm going to create a class name which is like a database methods. And in this database method class, I'm going to write all the functions that we are going to like handle, or we are going to just handle all the functions that will help us to manage the cloud Firestore, right? So I just need to write a class database methods something like this, which is just a class name, and I just need to write a future, and we need to just pass a function name which is like an add user info. So this is just a function name, and then I need to just pass a map. So map, as I've told you, there's a combination of key and value pair. So key is string right now, and the value that we are going to pass will be form of dynamic. Now I just need to pass the map name, which is like an user info map. Then I need to just pass a string id, which will be the unique id. Okay, right? So I just need to write string id something like this. Now once we do this, I just need to pass like async await. I just need to pass a function name which is like Firebase Firestore dot instance dot collection and here I'm going to create a collection name which is like users collection. Let me clear it out here. So here I'll just move to the Firestore database, and in the Firestore database you can find that there is how we can write a collection, what is the documents, and what are the fields. So here you are going to see all the collections. Here you will see the documents and the fields. I'll show you that how the collection, documents, and fields will look alike, right? So here you can see that I've just written Firebase Firestore.instance.collection, and I need to just pass the collection name which is like a users collection. I just need to pass a doc ID which is the unique ID that we are going to provide to the user. Then I need to just pass a set method, and in the set method I just need to pass the map name which is like a user info map. I hope it's very clear. Now once we do this, I need to just call our database methods from here. I hope that spelling is not wrong. It's not wrong, but Okay, it's correct, I guess. No, it's wrong. I database methods. Yeah. So I just need to call this database methods. Ah, let's do one thing. Let's remove this complete thing. We'll just write database methods dot add user info. I just need to first pass the map name, which is like in user info map. Then I need to just pass the ID, which is this ID, something like this. Okay. I hope it's very clear. Now here I'm going to just write all the necessary function like for the shared preference, but before that you can see that I just wrote a text editing controller. I think so you get an idea what really text editing controller does. So for example, if the user will enter like a name over here, so for example I enter my name like Shivam Gupta, right? Now I need to get a text from this text field. Now the text editing controller will just help us to get a text from the name text field, as I've told you, right? Now here I just need to pass the controller in the respective text field so that we can manage all the things, something like this, which is like controller name controller. This is for the email controller, which is like our second text field, and we need to just pass a password controller, which is for our third text field. Now here you can see that I wrote this function, or you can say like once the user tap to this, we are going to call this like that three text fields should be filled, like all the three fields should be filled, none of them should be empty. If these three text fields are filled, then we are going to store that in the respective string. I hope it's very clear. And if it's stored in that respective string, then we are going to call our registration function. And once this all the things have been done, then the user can say please sign up in that. Okay, it's very clear. Now here let me write the function for the shared preference, but let me just remove this. We'll just handle this case later, and I just need to navigate the user to the home page like once they simply authenticate in the app. Let me first save all the files, and here as we have just done a complete connection of an Firebase, we have just added some necessary packages and all. I will suggest you that please don't hot reload or hot restart the app because it's not going to work. So if you try to hot reload and hot restart the app, and if you think that the sign up or the email authentication will going to work on this Flutter app, then you are wrong. We just need to like relaunch the complete app completely. Yes, we need to relaunch the complete app completely. So I just need to close this complete thing for now, and we need to just relaunch the complete app. Yeah, so let me relaunch that and we'll just get back in few. This is an add recipe page that we have created, and this is just an admin panel site where the admin can simply add all the recipes they want, and their recipes will be shown to the user side of the app, right? So this is an add recipe page, and you can see that we are added some field which is like recipe name, the time going to take, like how much time they are going to take just to prepare this respective recipe, the ingredients and the directions, right? So these are all the things that will be added by an admin panel from the admin panel. Now here you will see that Shivam, you haven't like use the image. Like we are also going to upload the image to the Firestore database, but you can't upload a image to the Firestore database directly. You need a Firebase storage for that. But as I've told you in the starting that we are going to make this complete app with a free version of Firebase, so I'm not going to use the Firebase storage in this complete series, so do not need to worry about that, right? So here I'm going to use the image, but that image will be like we are going to store them in the images folder and we'll use them directly, right? So here I'm going to first write a text editing controller. Now I think so you know the use of a text editing controller. So text editing controller name controller is equals to new text editing controller, something like this. Now I need to just do one thing. I need to create a three more text field, one for the time. So I just need to write a time controller, and then I need to just use ingredients, or so ingredients controller, and then the fourth one I need a direction controller, directions controller, something like this. Okay, so here you can see that. But now what I am going to do is that I'm going to just write a controller, and in the controller I'm going to just pass like a name controller. So just to write a recipe name, then I need to just write a controller, and then we need to just write a time controller, then a controller back again with a ingredients controller, and then for the direction I just need to write controller direction controller, something like this. Okay, I hope it's very clear. Now we have just like we have just passed the controller to that respective text field. Now we need to just get a data from the respective text field, right? So I need to, so that's why I pass a text editing controller. Now here I'm going to write, I'll move to the Firebase and we are going to create a collection name which will be like recipe. And in this recipe collection, we are going to store all the recipes that will be uploaded by an admin, right? So these are all the things that we need to do. Now to upload a recipe to the recipe collection, we just need to create a function where in the database methods, right? So I'm going to just copy this and we need to just create a new function name which is like an add recipe. Okay, so that's a simple function and we need to just pass like an user info map. We can remove this to like add recipe. So this is just a map name, you can write as it is, or if you have any other name you can just pass that, it's up to your choice, right? So once we do this, we just need to write the collection name. As I've told you that we need to just pass recipe collection name. We'll remove a doc because we don't need to just upload the doc id, or we need to assign a doc id. So I just need to pass dot add and the map name. So map name will be like an add recipe, something like this. Okay, so once we do this, I'll just move over here and we need to just wrap up the container with a gesture detector, and in the on tap method I'm going to create a map. Cut kar dena. I think so now you are much more comfortable to use a map because you know the use of map. So I just need to write map string dynamic, so key and value pair. So key is string and the value that we are going to pass will be in the form of dynamic. I just need to pass like add recipe, so that's just a map name. And once we do this, I'll just pass this, and here I just need to write the field's name. So I just need to first pass the recipe, and in the recipe I just need to pass like name controller.text, something like this. Then I just need to pass the time, so just need to write time controller.text, something like this. Then I need to just pass the ingredients, okay, ingredients, okay, and then I need to just write ingredients controller.text. Then the fourth one will be like direction, so I just need to write direction, and I need to write direction controller.text, something like this. Okay, so once we do this, I just need to pass like async await database methods dot add recipe, and we need to just pass the map name which is like an add recipe. Okay, so once we do this, I just need to show the green light so that user can know that the data or the recipe they are adding have successfully uploaded to the server, right? So I just need to copy this successful message, or you can say a snack bar, and we need to just paste it something over here, and we need to just pass the text which is like recipe added successfully. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is what we can just show the snack bar, and we can just use a set state here as well. Now for example, if the admin have added the recipe, now they just need to write blank all the respective text fields so that they can add a second recipe. Now for that, I just need to pass like a name controller.text should be equals to space, sorry, text should be equals to space, so that text field should be empty. Then a time controller.text also should be empty. Then we just need to pass ingredients controller.text should also be empty, and the fourth one will be like a direction controller.text should also be empty, right? So this is what we are going to manage all the things. Now once we pass this, now here what I'm going to do, so now here I'll just add the recipe. So let me write a recipe name which is like in burger. Okay, so I'll just need to write burger cheeseburger, let's write cheeseburger. Okay, then I need to just pass the time. Let's pass the time up to 30 minute, or let's pass 30 minute. Okay, so this is what we can do. Then I need to just pass the ingredients. I don't know the ingredients, so I'll write like we need like burger, we need burger we need bun, then I need cheese, some vegetables, onion, salt, and I guess that's enough. Yeah, so I just need to pass the direction. You can make the brilliant cheeseburger. Sorry, I don't know the directions. Sorry, I don't know the directions. I'm just giving the confidence to someone who is seeing this recipe. So I just tell that you can make the brilliant cheese burger. Burger directions, cheese burger directions. Sorry, I why cheeseburger. Sorry, I don't know the directions. Okay, so I just pass this. You can make the brilliant cheeseburger. Sorry, I don't know the, the the directions. Yeah. So this is what we have just passed, and I'll click to this add recipe, and we'll see that how the data will be uploaded to the server, right? So I'll click to this add recipe, and you can see that recipe has been added successfully. So this is the text you can see over here, right? Now we just need to see the case, but before that, first let's save all the file. Okay, yeah. Now here I just need to refresh this page, and you will see the recipe collection that I've told you, right? So here you are going to see the recipe collection. So this is the recipe collection, and here is this is the document ID that we have provided, and you can see that this is the direction, ingredients, recipe, and the time that we have added. So this is how we can just add the recipe, right? So this is what we have done. Now here what I'm going to do, so you can add all the recipes by from the admin panel. It's up to your choice. I'm just showing the demo like how you can add a recipe. I don't know the recipes. I just need to like open internet, copy and paste all the things, so that will not make a sense. I'll do that later, but I just going to like I'm just teaching you how to upload all the recipes to the server and show them in the user side of the app. So that's a basic idea. Now we'll just move to the home page, and in the home page now you will say that Shivam, we haven't added the image. So for the image I'll just write the image something like this, and here I'll just use the images folder. You can just write images something like this and the image file name. You can do that, but you need to change the data from here. Okay, I think so you're getting what I'm trying to explain. You need to just keep on changing the data because you are not going to use the Firebase storage, so that's why it will create a problem. So you just need to keep on changing the data by using the images folder, right? So this is how we are going to manage. I just need to pass images, and in the images I just need to pass the image which is like burger.jpg. Okay, so I just need to write burger.jpg. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Yeah. Now I'm going to just create the field. So I just need to write image, and in the image first I'm going to copy this. I'll just paste the string over here. We'll click on add. So this is what we have added this respective field, right? Now once we do this, I'm going to just move to the home page, and we'll just switch to the home page something like this, and this is where we land to the home page. Now you can see that there are the recipes that have been shown in the form of horizontal list view than in the form of vertical list view. So we need to just show all these recipes right now. Okay, so for that I'm going to use a stream builder. I think so you know the use of a stream builder if you have followed my old series. Now I think so I've told you that we have already developed like 30 plus variety of apps on this channel. So you can simply follow them. I'll provide you the playlist link in the comment box and the description box as well. So you can simply click to that link and can follow all the apps that we have developed on this channel. And you can simply add them on your resume, and you can learn more about a Flutter and Firebase, right? So this is all the things that we are going to manage right now, right? So here you can see that I just wrote a function which is like a stream builder function, and through that stream builder I'm going to get all the document that the respective collection has. But I'll explain you like what all code I've written. So here you can see that I've created a stream which is like a recipe stream. Now as you know that a stream builder is one of the best function if you want to call documents from a respective collection. So that's a basic use of a stream builder. Now here you can see that I've just wrote one function in database method class. You can see that I've written future stream query snapshot. Now you know that in the recipe collection there are all the documents. Now to read all the documents from the recipe collection we need something, so that's work done by a query snapshot just to read all the documents that the respective collection has. Okay, now here you can see that I've written Firebase firestore.instance.collection, and we have just wrote a recipe collection, and dot snapshot will just help us to read all the documents one by one and get the field from that respective document. So that's a basic work of a snapshot, right? So here you can see that I've just wrote a function name recipe stream, and we are trying to get all the documents from the recipe collection and we are storing them in the recipe string. Now we have just wrote inside the get on the load function and we have called in the init state, so that as soon as this page load, I mean the home page load, we can simply see all the recipes that we need to load from the server. So that's a basic use of how we can simply create this function, and we need to just pass this function in the init state, so that we can get, like, init state is a function, like as soon as you launch or you move to any of the page, the init state is the first function that usually calls. So that is the main idea why we have written the init state over here. Now here you can see that I have written all recipe function, and in this all recipe function I have written this code. Now I have just pasted the UI that we have written over here. Now let me explain you that in the stream we have just passed a recipe stream. The builder, I have explained you what is snapshot does, and snapshot will check that if the recipe collection has the data or not. If the data is available, then we are going to show the data by using a list view. If no data or no document the recipe collection will have, then we are going to just show the simple container. So that's a basic idea. Yeah. Now here you can see that I just passed the item count. So it simply count all the documents length and all that the recipe collection has, like it has a 2 documents, it has a 3 documents, or endless number of documents. Yeah, so this is how we can just manage this, and I just passed document ds snapshot data.docs index. So we are going to, like, ds will help us to, or you can say document snapshot will help us to read the each document one by one and get a field from that respective document. I hope it's very clear. Now once we do this, and this is the function that we have read, like not function, I just paste the UI that we have written, and we need to just call our, or we need to just write all recipe function so that we can show all the data, right? So I'm going to just remove this first, and we need to remove the row here as well. Okay, we need to just remove this completely, this container as well from here, and we need to just call the function name, which is like an all recipe. Okay, let's hot restart this, and okay, so here you can see that, but we need them in the not horizontal, not vertical, we need in the horizontal form. Okay, so I just need to auto load it again. Okay, so there is an error, so that's a valid error that simply says that we need to just wrap up the all recipe, and we need to just provide the height so that it can show that accordingly, right? So I just need to pass the height, let's pass up to 300. Okay, so let's hot restart this back again. Okay, so now you can see that this is how we can show the data from the server. So you can see that it simply shows the 30-minute cheeseburger. Okay, we haven't passed this, so before that let's do one thing. I just need to pass like ds, and in the ds I just need to write a field name. Now make sure that when you're writing the field name, it should be exact, because any mismatch will simply create a problem, right? So I just need to pass the recipe name, so I just need to copy the recipe, we'll paste it over here, and here I just need to pass like ds. Now here you can see that there is a mode has been written, easy, medium, hard. You can just pass a drop down as well in the admin panel, it's up to your choice. Yeah, so I just need to copy the complete time from here, we'll paste it something over here. Okay, so you can see that cheeseburger 30-minute easy. Okay, now this is the first item that we have shown. Now you can see that the items that we need to show also in the form of vertical direction, so that the user can simply scroll that list view, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create another function. Okay, so for that I'm going to just write a stream again, or you can just write over here as well, which will be like I will write another recipe stream, or recommended recipe stream, recommended stream. Let's write recommended stream. Okay, so you can simply get an idea like what all things I'm writing over here. We can just write recommended stream, and we need to just get a data. So I just need to pass stream is equals to await database methods dot get all recipe, something like this. Now once we do this, I can just pass the thing. So first let's copy this complete function from here, and we need to just paste this exact function over here, but we need to change some of the data, which is like all recommended. We can just write recommended. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now, as I've told you that we need to just copy this completely from here. So we need to copy this complete container. Okay, so I just need to copy this complete container. We'll just paste it something in this container like this. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now I just need to show in the vertical, so I just need to pass vertical. We just need to pass the again the field names and all, so I just need to add ds. I'll just copy the field name, which is like image. We'll paste, we'll just write ds. Okay, and in the ds I can just write recipe. So I just need to copy this recipe from here. We'll paste it over here. Then I need to show the time, which is like ds, and we need to just show the time, something like this. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now we need to just call this function or from here. So I just need to remove this container. From here I just need to write all recommended, something like this. Okay, so just hot restart this complete app, and you can see that how we have just show the data from the Firebase, which is like a cheeseburger. Okay, now let's do one thing. We can do one thing like here. Let add the another recipe. Okay, so let's move to the add recipe section. Add recipe. You can add the as much recipe you want. It's up to your choice, but I'm just showing you that how we can just manage this. So I just need to write cheese pizza. Time taken will be like up to 40 minutes. Ingredients, we need bread, then we need some olives, then we need onion, we need a tomato, we need a cheese. What we need more? Oil. I think so that's enough. Yeah, and in the direction, you can cook the best. You can cook the best. So that's the best motivational quote we can just give to any cook, right? So you can cook the best. So I'll click to this add recipe button. Recipe has been added successfully. Okay, now let's move to the home page so that we can see all the things. Okay, so this is what you can see. Okay, so we have just make this burger. Okay, so we'll just change this to pizza. So I just need to write pizza.jpg. So update. Yeah, so here you can see that we can just use the image in this app by like not upgrading the Firebase to any of the respective plan, and we can use this app without a Firebase storage as well. Yeah, so that's a smart work you can do, but you can't, like you need to like change that all the things manually in the code just to upload a recipe and all, right? So here you can just do one thing, like here I just need to pass like container, and let's pass the margin as insert dot only. From the right, let's pass 20.0 so that there will be a spacing, right? And we need to just pass from here as well. So I just need to pass like a margin as insert, sorry, margin. Oh, it's already there, so I just need to pass like bottom 20.0. Okay, so this is what you can see how we can just call all the data from the server, and we need to just show them over here, right? So this is what you can see. I think so it's look good with this. On this home page we have added all the things that we needed for the search bar, right? So here if, for example, if I search right cheeseburger, it's going to show me the recipe. So it is an advanced search that we have added on this search, or you can search option, where the user will just start typing the name of that specific recipe name, and it will show all the like recipe name that starts with ch. So this is an advanced search that we have added over here, and it look really great with this. Now here you can see that in that search option we have just wrote this function, and this is the initiate search function that we have written to just handle the search feature. And we have also written like we have called the field and all. So this is what we have written for the text field, like we have just passed a search to false, and we can just use the text that the user enter on this respective text field by using search controller. And we have also created one function which is like this function build result card, and will just show the result card something over here. Like as I've shown you that when I type, not here, I need to just type cheeseburger over here, and this is how it's going to show the search result card something like this. Okay, now once we do this, when I tap to this, you will see that we have landed to this page where you can see all the details that we have simply filled from the admin panel. Okay, so here you can see that this is the image that we have showed, this is the name, this is the ingredients that we have added, the direction you can make the brilliant cheeseburger. Sorry, I don't know the direction. Yeah, so this is just a direction that I've added. So these are all the things we have added from the server, and not a server, from the admin panel, and it has been directly shown over here. So this is the complete recipe app that we have developed from the scratch by using Flutter and Firebase. So if you haven't hit that like button, then show your support by hitting that like button. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, you can hit the subscribe button and be the part of this awesome Flutter family. And as I've told you that if you want to get a source code, because source code is something that will simply help you to get all the things that we have written on this app, you can simply get a source code and show your small contribution to this channel, as your contribution is also very necessary for me to keep going. So you can simply show some contribution by getting a source code. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, then please hit that, and I will also paste a playlist link where you can simply follow all the other series that we have simply developed on this channel. Until then, keep coding, keep having fun. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.